Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Zach, where today we're not gonna do a normal main course dish, but instead we're going to take a sweet spin on life and make maybe, just maybe, the best damn chocolate brownies you've ever seen. It's super simple, super easy, and it takes almost no time. In order to make these brownies, you need the following ingredients. First off, take a brownie pan and either butter it and put caster sugar on the sides and in the bottom, or, as I did in this case, line it up with baking paper. This is in order to make sure that your delicious brownie does not stick. Then, the first step to making the brownies is to take a pot, put in your butter, and then put it to the stove and melt the butter. Once the butter is melted, we will start the process off by mixing it together with your white caster sugar and the neutral oil. Put all those ingredients into a big bowl, which you can use to make the brownie batter. And down goes the butter. If you're not an idiot like me, you would also add your brown sugar here. This recipe works anyways, but definitely make sure you don't forget your brown sugar. Once you whisked it thoroughly for a couple of minutes, you can start to crack your 4 eggs and add them to the big bowl. Before whisking thoroughly, you can also add your vanilla powder. Here you can add as much as you like. In this case, I add approximately 1 teaspoon, which gave it a great vanilla flavor. And of course, don't forget to put a little extra for grandpa. And then take your whisk and keep on stirring. Make sure you really crack all those eggs up and that you get all the vanilla powder down from the walls of the bowl, in order to maximize that juicy flavor. Once whisked thoroughly, make sure to take a fine mesh sieve and add your flours. In this case, your normal plain flour. Sieve it through in order to get rid of all the disgusting flour clumps. Then you will continue to add
some dry ingredients, and in this case we will add the cacao powder, which will also be sieved in order to remove all the clumps. Shake it, shake it, shake it in order to make sure it goes through the holes. And then, as I said before, add your brown sugar earlier. I fucked up and added it too late. Still turned out amazing, but definitely not what you're supposed to do. Another thing you're also not supposed to do is to throw the flowers all over your fucking home, which I did when trying to mix it. So be careful and just start off slowly swirling the whisk around in order to not get all your dry ingredients everywhere. Keep on mixing, keep on stirring till you get a really nice, creamy, really thick chocolatey batter, which we will make delicious brownies from. Everyone knows that chocolate and salt go super well together, and in order to enhance the chocolate flavors, make sure to add a teaspoon or so of salt. Once again, you can decide if you want it really salty, you can add some more. If you want it just a little bit tang, saltness, just add a little bit. Make sure to incorporate it well in the batter. At this point, the batter is super thick, and I need to really bash it in order to get it out of the whisk. After your main batter is done, make sure to add approximately half or a little bit more than half of your chocolate pieces. Add them into the mixture and swirl them around. Make sure the chocolate pieces are incorporated in the batter. What this will do is that once you cut in to the finished brownies, you will get a nice oozing of chocolate when you hit those pieces. Then the batter is done, life is good, everything is flowing on, even though you're still mad at yourself for fucking up with the sugar. Put the brownie batter with the pieces of chocolate in there into the pan, which you've thoroughly coated with baking paper earlier. Try not to get any paper in the brownie. Spread it around. Get the batter into all of the nooks and crannies of the brownie pan, and then finally top the beautiful masterpiece off with some chocolate pieces on the top to really make sure that it's not healthy enough and that it's extremely delicious. Poke your fingers at them to make sure they're really in there, and because it's fun. And then you're good to go, baby.
The brownie batter is in the pan, the chocolate pieces are on top, and it's time to put this baby in the oven. On 175 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going in the oven. Here we go. These bad boy brownies are in the oven, and they're gonna stay there cozying with the warmth for 25 to 30 minutes if you want them a little bit more underdone, meaning you get a bit more creamier and soft brownies. If you want them a bit more done, just keep them in the oven for a few minutes longer. I'll see you when heaven is here and the brownies are done. The brownie has come out of the oven and we have let it rest for a while. It's really important that you don't start to shove it into your face directly when it's out of the oven. One, it's way too hot, you're gonna burn your mouth, but also it needs to set a little bit. So leave it for 15-20 minutes before you start to go all crazy about it. So here we have it. The only thing that's left to do is to cut it up. Just take it out, pull the paper away. And now we're just gonna cut it into cube-sized pieces. You can clearly see the chocolate pieces here on top. And then you have the brownie, which is soft and nice in the middle. So I'm just gonna cut it up and then we're gonna try it. And as you can see, if we take a middle piece, it is super gooey in the middle, but it still has a little bit of a crunch, a little bit of a surface on the top and on the edges. That's exactly what we're looking for. As with all great cooking videos, the privilege is of course that in the end I get to try my own creation. Has it been worth it? Is it really good or is it horribly bad? I don't know. Let's try it out. I have a nice piece here. I'm just gonna take a big bite and then we'll see. Okay. This is absolutely delicious. It is so gooey. Perfect consistency. You get that top crunch which I was speaking about. The only thing that could make this even better is to just serve it with a little bit of vanilla ice cream, to be honest. It's still, you know, room temperature, it's still, you know, a little bit hot. Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna get some ice cream, put on a movie and enjoy this in front of the TV. Have a great night.